Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Do we all have our dinners? Does everyone have their food? By a round of applause, if you're satisfied with your meal in front of you and the wonderful night we've all had and are still currently having. Who am I? I'm that guy. I'm happy to be your MC for the evening. I'm just going to just kick things off, get things going. I'm going to introduce someone who I've never met before, but I've heard amazing things about. It's good to be here, first of all. Thank you guys for dealing with me and allowing me to be your MC. I'm from LA, so it's good to be back here. LA, just a city absorbed in faux idols like materialism and wealth. So it's good to come back to a city like Scottsdale. City that knows how to keep it real, real down to earth. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get these festivities started. This woman is a member of the board, a chairwoman, and she is also my own mother. Please give it up for Victoria Longfellow, everybody.
Thank you, Michael. Thank you, everyone, for being here. This has been a night that has been long in coming. There's a lot that goes together to put something like this together, and I truly appreciate all of you for joining us tonight. For those of you who joined me in the dress-up experience, thank you so much. Yes, woo, we've got them out there. Yes, I'm on the board of directors of Envision. I've been involved with the organization for the last 2 years. It's about 4 years old. It is growing, performing wonderful feats for a lot of great people. And people often ask me why I'm involved. I'm an attorney, so I have a lot going on already. But I do devote a tremendous amount of time, attention, and resources to this organization for some very specific reasons. And when I examine them myself, it really comes down to the people. And it's the people that we serve that are the most inspirational. It is so truly inspiring to see the way the horses interact with these people, and the people respond in ways that they really have been struggling for various reasons, whether it's PTSD or autism or bullying or emotional issues or physical disabilities that keep them from living a normal life. The horses really give them so much. And Lisa Payway, one of the founders of Envision, and really between Lisa and Barbara Beard, they're fantastic. They are really the ones that run this organization and have done just a tremendous job with the volunteers. We have fantastic trained volunteers. The horses are well trained. The people are well taken care of, and the word is spreading. So I'm very, very proud to be a part of this organization, and I'm very, very proud to introduce Lisa Payway.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you all for being here tonight. What a great evening. What a great venue. My goodness, it's so beautiful. Great meal. And I would just like to tell you all a little bit about Envision in the next few minutes and kind of prepare you for some of the wonderful testimonies that you're going to hear. You can hear me better. Okay? I'm just so glad that you're here tonight enjoying this beautiful evening, this beautiful home. And we're all going to link arms together tonight to help support the work of Envision Therapeutic Horsemanship. Envision is touching lives and facilitating change in individuals and their families that will last a lifetime. Tonight you will have a chance to hear about several journeys of transformation. Through the video and testimonies that you will be hearing, the central theme is always going to be how a horse, in some way, helped to change the life of a child or an adult or their family. The question that is always asked of me is, how does a horse do this? How is an experience with a horse different than an experience with a dog? Well, it's very different. And for one thing, we say that we have a 1,000-pound prey animal that wants to be in relationship with a person. And that can help break down many barriers to success in that person's life. Many of you have come out to the barn and experienced this for yourself. And after tonight, I hope there will be a lucky few of you that will be coming out to experience it for yourself. At the heart of Envision, it's our goal to help people with any kind of disability or life challenge through experiences with the horses. Through therapeutic riding, we help people with physical and cognitive challenges like autism, cerebral palsy, stroke, amputeeism, traumatic brain injury, developmental delays. Through our equine-assisted learning and coaching programs, we help children in the foster care system, adults and children that have experienced domestic violence, other forms of abuse, sex-trafficked youth. We help many people that have symptoms of depression, ADD, and PTSD. Working with horses gives a person an opportunity to have a reparative experience on multiple levels: physical, emotional, spiritual, relational, and psychological. Tonight, you will hear stories of how working with horses has changed the lives of individuals and families. These activities are not covered by insurance, and families with a child or an adult with a cognitive or physical, emotional or psychological disability or condition, they're already spread very financially thin. Additionally, adults and children that have been victims of abuse or neglect, children that are coming from the foster care system, and even returning veterans and their families, they all benefit greatly from the emotional and relational interactions with horses. Right now, here tonight, you all are leading the charge to save lives. You are the partners that have been and are continuing to transform the lives of individuals and families through supporting the services of Envision Therapeutic Horsemanship. And thank you. And you're not alone. Many of you have been partners from the beginning, and others of you are here for the first time. What we all do here tonight will determine how many lives we will be able to transform in this coming year. Envision has come a long way in the last 3 years. We've grown from serving 23 individuals and families in 2014 to serving 63 so far in 2016. And our goal is to more than double the number of individuals and families that we're able to serve in this coming year. And we need your help in order to expand our services. We look forward to expanding our services, and this coming year, we have many opportunities to do that. We have some plans in the works where we are going to be working with the Bridge Church down on Thomas Road to establish a day program. And that day program, we'll be hauling horses down to their facility and working with about 20 children, ages 5 to 12, in after-school programs. We'll be working on helping them with interacting, social skills, calming skills, empowerment skills, anti-bullying programs, and all kinds of other things like that. We're also working to provide programs for men and women with the Phoenix Rescue Mission. We will be partnering again this year with Seasons Hospice and their kangaroo camp. Last year, we served 40 children, K through 12, that had encountered a loss, oftentimes a traumatic loss in their family. And we were able to haul some horses to a facility and work with individuals that whole day, and it really helped to transform their experience at the grief camp. We also look forward to continuing to work with K2 Adventures Foundation and provide services for the cognitively and physically disabled individuals that they help to sponsor. In order to serve these adults and children and family, we need your help. We need more horses. We need the sponsorship of 40 children and adults weekly. Currently, we're hosted by Chris and Tom Kirk, Ed and Susan Bull on their beautiful ranch, and we get to use their horses. And this location is not far from here, but we're outgrowing it. We need additional locations, and we need to provide for more horses in order to serve the clients. Eventually, we're looking to have a facility, a permanent facility that's 2 to 5 acres, somewhere that's centrally located in the valley, that would be our long-term base of support. Currently, we're going to need to support 6 additional horses in order to double the number of individuals and families that we can serve, and we need your help to get there. We can do this together, and we can do this tonight, and I thank you so much for being here. And right now, I'd like to introduce Darren. Let's see, Darren Shumway. There he is. He's coming from the light. And he's going to help us get there. And we're going to share some beautiful testimonies tonight and a beautiful video.
How about a big hand for Lisa? You bet. Give Lisa, you guys gave her a big hand. Thank you. Thank you. That is so impactful and powerful. All right, real quick before we move on to the next segment, and this has been a great evening, I just want to take a quick survey. Who in here has been impacted by a horse in their life in a positive manner? Okay, who would like to be? Again. And I'm going to tell you that it changes lives. I had the great fortune of growing up as a youngster. My best friend, his dad was a cattle rancher. And then I was also involved in horses, in performance, racing, as well as trail and packing. And so it's been a tremendous experience for me in my life to see and know the change that this animal or these animals can bring into people's lives. And so you guys get to participate in that tonight, and that's powerful. So before we move on, though, real quick, what I want to tell you is, is it Lori that has the golden key? I want the golden keys out here. We're going to do the golden keys real quick. And so while she's doing that, we've had somebody here tonight that is a great partner to us. And we're going to do something right now with her, okay. I believe it's okay that we're going to offer one last chance to purchase or to make a donation of $100 to receive a key. And then we will draw for the golden key. And for every key from here out that gets purchased, Kristen and K2 will match the purchase of that key, correct? Kristen, did I understand that right? How about a big hand for Kristen Salcido Sanquist right over here? So come on out with the keys, guys. And all right. Maybe I get too loud with it. I'm sorry. I get excited. So we have keys. So everybody should have, we need the keys if you're buying a key. Where did Lori go? With her clipboard. All right, she's on her way with her clipboard. By show of hands, who would like to make one more purchase or make one more $100 donation for a key and have a chance at winning $1,000? And anybody who does, Kristen and K2 has promised to match that. So we have one. There's an additional $200 right there. Anybody else on this side of the room would like to donate? Right there's another one. Keep your hands up. We'll have Lori out here with the keyboard. We'll have, I apologize if that cuts out. I'll just start talking loud. So we'll have Lori out here with the, right here. Right here. So bring the keys. Bring the key. All right. Right there's Lori. So keep your hand up, Lori. We have one right there at that table, one over here at this table. So there's right there. Do you have more than one clipboard? All right, we have more than one volunteer that can help you out. So hand a clipboard there. And the way we're going to donate is you're going to use a credit card. You're donating to K2, and we'll get that handled. If you want to take a clipboard, we have some donors right back here that would like to give. Yes. Yes. So each key now is, each $100 donation is turning into what? 200. Absolutely, and that's a big deal. It's doubling. It's doubling. So, yes. Any more keys? Keep your hands up. And the faster we move through this, great, but every $100 makes a difference. And we want to give the $1,000 away, right? Absolutely. Right here, Michael would like a key. He would love to have a key. At least he has his bid card up. He knows the odds. You bet. Did I miss anybody else? I don't want to miss anybody. If you want a key. Yes.
All of the monies raised tonight from the raffle directly back to Envision. So there will be no holdback whatsoever. We're sponsoring the raffle tonight because Envision was not able to sponsor the raffle because they have not had their 501c3 status as long as we have. So in order for us to do that, we are also giving back 100% and we're matching all of the donations from that point forward. So you're getting every bit back to Envision.
Did everybody hear that? 100% from K2 is going right back to Envision, and because of the time and status, K2 has been so kind. So, do we have any else that want to do $100? Right there, that young lady. You bet. You bet. You can applause for that. That's a big deal. Yes. All the credit cards will be run tomorrow. And then shred all your forms after she has run them.
You'll see a statement on your credit card for K2 Adventures Foundation.
Absolutely. Absolutely. If you guys aren't familiar with K2, look them up. They do phenomenal things. So, all right. Anybody else before we move on? Okay. Going once? Going twice? All right. We're sold out with what we're going to sell of the golden ticket opportunity. You bet. Wait. Someone's donating with no key. Someone's missing a key over here, Lori. We've got one. And hey, those keys, like Michael said earlier, are nifty, very nifty bottle openers. All right. Yeah, look at them. They work as a bottle opener. Is that neat? Okay. Any more keys? Anybody need the key? We have a form right here. You bet. Here, I'll help you. Anybody else have a form that we need to turn in? All right. I can gather those up real quick. Anybody else? A form? There you go. Super. Did you get your keys? If you need a key, if you made a donation, yes. So how many did we collect right there, Lori? Can you help me out? How many did we collect? You had 30 sold for. Okay, as she's tallying that up, I'll let you know right away, Kristen. As she's tallying that up, what we're going to do next is they should have all the keys, the boxes, correct? If you made a donation and did not get a key, raise your hand. Okay, everybody that made a donation has received a key. Okay, so now we should have the boxes, and everybody that has a key should get a box. You want to help us out with that, Nick? Make sure they get the boxes and bring them out. And so everybody that has a key should receive a box, and in one of those boxes, each box should have a blinky light in it that you put on, and in one of those boxes is a golden key, a gold key. Who's going to win it? Oh, the young lady back there. You bet. All right, Lori, did you find out how many we've had donated? 40 total. Okay, so we had 10 after we started. So we had 10, which is an additional 10, so a total of 20. Help me out with that math. I went to a public school. $2,000. So it's 2,000 total that you guys just raised. Put your hands together. That's a big deal. That's a big deal. Now we're going to find out who wins the $1,000. So as soon as they bring those boxes out, we'll distribute those to everybody who has a key. Oh, we have 1,100. So K2 is matching 1,100. Lori will sell you one of these or let you donate till the night's over, I promise. I promise. All right. So now we're just waiting for the boxes that will have the golden key in it, and we'll give it to everybody who owns a key. So get your key out, have it up when they come out there with those. Right here comes Nick with some of them. So Nick, let's just start. Do we have some other volunteers to help you hand out those golden boxes? They're golden boxes in each box. Treasure chests. Absolutely, treasure chests. All right, as they're passing those out, so they'll bring those keys out, the boxes, to find out who wins. Raise your hand if you have a key. And if you have more than one, keep your hand up till they get you 2 boxes. We need some over here on this side. Here, why don't you come over here and get these people? Awesome. Keep your hand up. That's a great thing. There you go. If you purchased a key, okay, you go ahead and open the boxes. Everybody at the same time. I want you to open them. Who opened one already? Okay, hold on. Wait. Hold on just a second. We want everybody to open them at as close to the same. If you already opened one, that's okay. We'll live with it. It's hard to stop that blinking light, though. Okay, wait till everybody, well. Everybody that has a key, do you have a box? We have right there, that table still needs boxes. Okay, wait. Unless you already opened them, then it's too late, right? Not yet. Not yet. Don't pay attention to that side of the room. All right, Nick, everybody hold your hand up that has a key that didn't receive a box yet. That gentleman right there. Anybody else? I know, they cheated. Okay. If you have not opened up your box on 3, open up your box. 1, 2, 3. And obviously there's a blinky ring. Put that on as that creates excitement. And I don't know. Okay, there's actually a golden key. There's a false bottom in one of the boxes, and there's a key in that box. Press up from the bottom, and it will open up. Press up from the bottom, you'll find out if it is the gold key. Who has it? Wait, where? Who's got it? Who's got it? Right here, we have a winner, the gold key. I tell you, that is awesome. She has it right here, and it is a beautiful gold key. Is that a Tiffany? Anyways, right there. So there's be your certificate. So now we know who has $1,000 to spend in the live auction. What? Hang on, I'm going to turn. Hey, how about a big hand for our winner of the golden key? She wants the microphone for 1 second.
Thank you. This is the second event I've been to, and it's just an awesome event. And what I'd like to do is take the $1,000 and donate it back.
How about a big hand right there? What's your name? Susie. You bet. All right, if I could have everybody now. Was that fun? That was fun, and congratulations to Susie. Big hand for Susie. You bet. And now I'm going to ask for you guys to turn your attention and time to a video that we've prepared for you tonight.
A horse is a very...
I get to see every day people have personal growth working with these horses. And I never want to do anything else again.
Wow. Please help me make welcome Jennifer. Jen, if you'd come on up, and she's going to tell you a little bit about her story of her and her son with Envision.
Good evening. So my name is Jenny Mills, and I am here tonight because of my son Jack, who you saw in the video there. Jack has been riding with Envision. He's just started his second season with Envision with the help of a sponsorship. Jack is a just barely 5-year-old who just happens to be part of the autism spectrum. Like many others on the spectrum, Jack has faced some challenges. He never made eye contact, wouldn't turn to acknowledge anyone calling his name, and he did funny flapping movements with his hands constantly. When he would look at things that would make him excited, he would never directly bring anything to me, even to play. Instead, often he would screech, squeal, flap, and rise up and down on his toes while he was walking. Kids like Jack on the spectrum oftentimes will play next to others, but not include others. Social interactions are extremely difficult, and the slightest change in routines can trigger what we call a meltdown. And meltdowns are the worst. They look to outsiders like tantrums, but for children on the spectrum, this is a coping mechanism used to communicate when they are overstimulated and their sensory systems are physically incapable of processing all that is going on around them. At diagnosis, Jack was quickly entered into several types of conventional therapies, such as speech and occupational therapy, and we started seeing Jack respond right away. Then, about 1.5 years ago, Jack hit a wall in his development and social progress. Conventional therapy was becoming a fight every single session, where we were literally taking our little boy kicking and screaming to his appointments. I didn't know what to do, and I couldn't imagine continuing on the path that we were on. Frustrations were running high, and the outcomes were running low. Recognizing our frustration, a relative of mine, who is a highly regarded neuro-occupational therapist, suggested that I look into therapeutic horseback riding for children with autism. The first time that we visited Envision with Jack, we met the horses Monty and Lullaby and his instructor Michelle. I knew as soon as we arrived that this was going to be important. Michelle, our instructor, was calm, kind, and she exudes a level of competence that is obvious upon first meeting her. I felt secure and relaxed with her and the rest of the team of staff and volunteers who have been so caring and fun and patient with my curious, wiggly little boy. I could feel that this was a safe place for my son, and I noticed a way that just being there had affected him. He is so excited to get riding that he is bursting with delight when we arrive every single time. No conventional therapy has ever given him that kind of feeling of excitement and anticipation before. The change in him is truly unprecedented. Every week when we arrive, he starts by running up the drive. His instructor, Michelle, meets us at the gate, and his run turns into a walk, and his fast walk turns into a stride, and then finally he turns into a self-assured strut as we get closer to the arena. As soon as he is mounted, his body relaxes immediately. No wiggles, flaps, or fidgets are to be seen until after we exit from the arena. Since he began riding with Envision, I have seen my boy blossom once again. He has become a confident, self-assured leader among his peers. He has learned through his riding that interaction is an important skill that must be utilized to achieve his goals. This is huge for someone on the spectrum that truly struggles with this vital social skill. He started out at Envision as a quiet, withdrawn, tiny little boy who could barely hold himself up on the horse. Now he's a shining little chatterbox who wants every single person working with him and his horse to be involved in all the tasks at hand. Since Jack has started the therapeutic riding program with Envision, he is meeting and exceeding all of his goals set out by his school and his conventional therapeutic programs at extraordinary rates, with little to no interventions being needed to help him succeed. Occupational therapy, in particular, has been an extreme struggle for Jack through the years. Large and small motor movements, coordination, and balance have been the mainstay of his traditional approach. Now that Jack has been riding with Envision, all of the skills that he's been working on with an occupational therapist for years immediately came naturally on the horse. His occupational therapy sessions were up to over 2 hours a week when Jack started riding with Envision. Now Jack's sessions have dropped down to only 1 hour session every other week, and his school program has dropped it completely as they ran out of any signs that he needed it anymore. I don't know how or why, but therapeutic riding has not only helped with social development in his occupational therapy, but it seems to complement all facets of Jack's social and therapeutic regimen. He no longer fights going to any of his therapy sessions. His flapping, toe walking, and meltdowns have virtually disappeared. Envision has helped me to do just what their name suggests, to envision a future where Jack can be and is becoming a confident, self-assured, interactive, social, cooperative, and coordinated little boy. He sits a little taller and straighter and shines a little brighter with the help of Envision. I want to end by saying a heartfelt thank you to those who have helped my family in such a profound way. Thank you to all of you here tonight for supporting our family in this, and for supporting this organization that has been so wonderful and is giving so many other families like mine the ability to envision a brighter future through the therapeutic services of Envision. I hope you have a wonderful evening. Please give what you can and keep supporting families like mine who this has just made such a big impact on our lives. And my little boy is a completely different little boy than walked into that ring the first time a year ago.
Isn't that awesome? Thank you, Jennifer. Thank you. So that video and Jennifer's story isn't unique, but it allows us to kind of see what we're trying to do here. So now we're going to move in to the next part of our evening where we're going to go to the auction. So I need everybody to grab their bid card. So everybody find their bid card real quick and hold it up for me. I need you to hold it up real high. This doesn't cost anything. We're not going to charge you, nothing like that. I just need every table to participate and everybody to hold up their bid card so that I know that you have it. There you go. That I know that you have it close by and that you're ready to use it, okay? So keep that close by. Now, we have some wonderful, wonderful live auction items that we have for you tonight. And we are going to start with item number 1, which is a personalized equine experience with Lisa Payway. Enjoy a 2-hour equine experience with Lisa. See and feel and learn what makes a majestic being so powerfully transformative for so many. No horse experience necessary. Right, Lisa? All right. And if you have some, that's okay too. All right. So how many people get to come on this experience? She's not limiting it. So if it's you or your family, several family members, that'd be great. So you'll get a chance to experience and be a part of what one of these therapy sessions are. Who would like to start off with that? And anybody want to start off at, say, $2,000? $1,000. You tell me. $1,000, and do you want to buy a thank you, sir. Now $1,250. And $1,250. Do you want to buy a $12.5? $12.5. Might have been a little early. $1,200. $12. Anybody want to bid $1,000 to $1,100? $1,100. 1,000's bid $1,100. Anybody want to bid $1,100 with a chance to hang out with Lisa for the day through a session, not the whole day? For $1,000. I've got 1,000 bid. Anybody want to bid $1,100? $1,100. Do you want to buy it once? $1,100 twice? If you spend a little more, she might include lunch. $1,100 and I sold it for $1,000 right here. Thank you, sir. How about a big hand? Bidder number, real quick. Is bidder number real quick? 103. 103. All right, our next item is going to be item number 2. Oh, is Mr. Dombrowski in here? You're going to get a chance to go to Mr. Dombrowski's wine cellar and to get a pick of the cellar. And that happens tonight. So after tonight, you're going to get to go down to his cellar and get a pick of the cellar. And he has an extensive wine cellar. So Mr. Dombrowski, he's going to join us here in just a second. 4-course dinner for 4 with wine pairings at North Scottsdale Local Bistro, Hayden and Thomas Peak, correct? And so not only do you get a wine, and Mr. Dombrowski, would you like to tell him anything about maybe the types of wine you have in your cellar?
It's not that elaborate. I drink all the good stuff.
He drinks all the good stuff. Okay, so, but it'll be a surprise. And it's a beautiful cellar. A beautiful cellar. All right, who wants to go? Anybody? How many dollars here? What do you want to give? Anybody go? 1,000, 500, and 500. That'll be 5 and a 5 and a 5. That'll be 500. The dinner's worth that. And the wine, you get your pick of the bottle. And he may have some that are worth much more than we're asking. Anybody want to do it? What do you say? That'll be $100. Who's in? 100. And there's 100 now. 200. Do you want to buy that a bit? How about 5? 500. That a bit. Will you bid 5? 2, 3. 300. Hey, do you want to bid 300? 300. And 4. 400. Hopefully my sound comes back. It has been coming back. 400. And $400. Do you want to buy that a bit? I got 3 bid. Anybody want to bid 4? You're all out over here. 400. Thank you, ma'am. Now 500. And 500. Do you want to make it 5? And 500. Do you want to buy that a bit of 500? I'm 400 here. 500. Anybody anywhere? $500 once. 500. Pick of the cellar. Dinner for 4. Wine pairings. Anybody? 500 once. Twice. I have 400 right here with this young lady. And 500 and I sold $500 or $400 right here. Sold $400. How about a big hand? All right. We have something special, and I need everybody's help with this real quick. Back here on this table, we have 25 bottles of wine, approximately. 20. Okay, we have 20 bottles of wine, at least 20 bottles of wine. And what we're going to do is the first 20 cards up gets to go back and pick one of those bottles of wine. Or you get it on the way out. 2 are paired with $50 gift cards. Fox Concept Restaurants and 1 to the living room. So, first 20 cards up, raise up your bid cards, hold them up, and for $25, you get a bottle of wine. $35, you get a bottle of wine with a potential of a gift certificate. I have bidder number 163. And if you want more than one bottle, let me know when I come around. 164. 127. 126. 141. 155. Again, it's a $35 donation. 128. 138. Bidder number 150 takes 2. Number 142. Anybody else? At $35? Bidder number 161. Bidder number 108. Bidder number 131. How many bottles do we have gone? How many do we have left? There's 6 more. Do I have 6 more at $35? Bidder 112. How many you want? 6? Okay, 1. Bidder 115 takes 1. Bidder 163 takes 1. Bidder number 175 takes 1. Bidder number 189 takes 1. Is that all of them? One last bottle. Who gets it? It might be the one that wins. Samson, Mr. Dombrowski wants it. Is that okay? All right. He might have to replace a bottle. Yeah. Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. You better give yourselves a big hand. Now our next item right here, and you guys will get those at checkout. Our next item, a cabin in the woods in Flagstaff. Enjoy 4 nights in a secluded, quiet mountain home in Flagstaff, situated on 10 wooded acres, bordering the Coconino National Forest, yet less than 5 miles from town and 3 miles from the road to Snowball. There's 2 dining areas, 4 bedrooms, 6 baths, sleeps 10 comfortably. Wi-Fi, TV, all right there, close. If you went around the time of the year, Grand Canyon not too far away. So a great opportunity for vacation, maybe a family reunion or get-together. There's some beautiful pictures of it. We're going to sell that. And how many dollars there? Anybody want to go, Daddy? What do you say? $1,000. $1,000. Do you want to mind, Daddy? $500. And $500, Daddy. Thank you. Now $7.5. $7.5, Daddy. $50. Daddy. $50. Daddy. $750. Guys, a home in Flagstaff, full access, beautiful, beautiful. And 10 people, sleeps 10 comfortably. I'm at 500. Anybody want to bid 600? And 600, Daddy. Remember, you're making a donation. You're helping out Envision. And you get this great opportunity to go up to the woods. 600, Daddy. Do you want to buy Daddy? 600. And 600, do you want to buy Daddy? 500 bid. 600, do you want to buy them Daddy? Tell us some more, Victoria.
500 per night, typically.
Typically 500 a night, and when you do the math for 10 people, that's fairly inexpensive. So right there, and I have 500 bid. Anybody go 600? And 600, thank you, ma'am, now 7. And 700, Daddy, anybody else? $700, do you want to mind Daddy? 7. I'm bid 600 right here, 700. And 700, Daddy, hands up, bids in. Anybody else? 700, thank you, sir. 700, do you want to bid 8? 800? 800. 700 bid. You know, it's illegal in Arizona to just bid once. Yeah. 800, Daddy bid 8. I have 700 there. 800 where? 800. Do you want to mind Daddy bid 800, $800 once? $800 twice? Anybody else interested in going for $800? And I? How about a big hand right there? $700. We sold it. Bidder number. Hold up your bid card so I can see it. There you go. Bidder number 198. Thank you. And enjoy. Enjoy. That will be a lot of fun. Okay, here's the part of the night that I want everybody to get a chance to participate in, okay? So I need everybody to stand up for me real quick. Don't keep your bid cards handy because you're going to need them too. So everybody stand up real quick. There's a game that we like to play called Heads or Tails. And it has pretty good odds at winning, right? Okay. So, however, though, we're going to play this game, and you get a chance to win. The first time we play it, we're going to play it for fun, right? Just so everybody knows how to play. The second time, we're playing for prizes. So we're going to charge a little bit to play, but the prize is worth much more than we're playing for, or than you're paying for, all right? Deal? Okay. So here's how it's going to work. We're going to flip a coin. And if it lands on heads, then you have your hands on your heads, then you win. If you have your hands on your tails, then you win. So before I flip the coin and say heads or tails, we'll say put your hands on your heads or your tails, right? Okay, so go ahead and put your hands on your heads or your tails. Someone have a quarter on them? I had one. Any coin. I need someone that has a coin real quick. Right here. This is my man. That'll work. All right, heads or tails? Okay, so put your hands on your heads or your tails, and not someone else's tail either. Okay? All right, heads or tails? And it is heads. So if you have your hands on your tails, you would sit down. Okay? So stay with me one more time. We'll do it one more. This is just practice. Heads or tails? So put your hands on your heads or your tails. And don't change. All right, here it goes. And it is heads again. Okay, so that's how we'd go until we get a winner, right? So here's what it is. It's $50 a chance to win. Let me tell you what you get to play for. Or if you want 3 chances for $100. Three chances for $100. Okay? So here's what we're playing for. As the prize, we have a trip. And make sure I get this right. Trip 2. Oh, it's right there. Perfect. Enjoy a 2-night stay for 2 in exciting Laughlin, Nevada at the Aquarius Casino Resort, just minutes from the Laughlin Outlet Center Regency Casino. Package includes a majestic suite with a view of the Colorado River, $100, and dinner for 2 at the award-winning Italian Vineyard Ristorante. All right? So that's what you're playing for. Who wants to play? Raise up your bid card and let me know if you want to play for a $50 chance or 3 chances for $100. Anybody want to play at all? Bidder number 109, bidder number 153, bidder number 154, and bidder number 134. Anybody else want to play heads or tails for a chance to win this trip? What if it was $25? Would you play? Okay. Anybody want 3 for $100? Sir, you're thinking about it, aren't you? Anybody else? All right. Those who want to participate, stand up. Yes, say one more thing.
Okay, so what I'm told about this place is that it's completely been renovated, completely new. They're trying to attract people to Laughlin, so they are giving us the royal treatment. So they were very, very gracious, and that is the Majestic Room has an additional suite, so you can actually extend it. It doesn't just have to be 2 people. You can actually take a family there. So.
All right, so anybody else want to play? Raise up your bid card. It's a lot of fun, I promise. Okay, anybody else? All right, so we have how many that are playing? Go ahead and stand up if you're playing, if you're in. All right, Victoria's whole table. Okay, I tell you what, you 4 come right on up here. We're down to the final 4 already. All right, so it's a 50-50 chance that it's going to be either a girl, a young lady, a damsel, or a knight. Okay, so spread out a little bit without looking at each other. Okay, heads or tails? Put your hands on your heads or your tail. Okay, here we go. And it is heads. Sorry, boys. Sorry, man. Go ahead and sit down. All right. All right. Okay, now come right out here and back to back. Lisa, you face that way. Victoria, face that way. Okay, on 3, heads or tails? Go ahead, pick heads or tails. Okay, we're going to have a winner. And the winner is can you see? It's heads. Lisa is our winner, you bet. Thank you so much, Lisa. All right. This is going to be our final item. And then we have one more other opportunity for you guys to continue to be so generous and to help us out. So this final item is a chance to go to Amsterdam in style. Enjoy a 4-night stay for 2 at the historical 1621 Silk Merchants Palace. This is what this package includes: a complimentary bottle of wine upon arrival, a royal breakfast each morning, custom 3-hour walking tour of the city that includes the Royal Palace, the Anne Frank House, the Museum Van Gogh, and all that. All right, yes.
Okay, so I want to tell you a little bit about this because this is the folks that we stayed with in Amsterdam after our K2 adventure to Kilimanjaro last summer. So we spent a couple of relaxing days after climbing the mountain in Amsterdam at this B&B, and these folks that own this, it's actually the Silk Merchant's Palace. It was built in the Renaissance period. It is an absolutely beautiful building. They have, it's now been condominiumized. They have a B&B there that is absolutely gorgeous, so tranquil, beautiful garden, fabulous people. John he's Irish. He tells fabulous stories. He's a historian. He will take you on a walking tour of Amsterdam that no one else would ever get. You would not know, this is not just the touristy sections. He really, really does it well. And his lovely wife, Dickie, is just one of the most wonderful human beings you would ever want to meet. She's just the most calm. She's a photographer. She's just a fabulous person. So you get them in the mix. If you're the type of person who doesn't want to have anything to do with people, they're very sensitive to that, and they're very good at that. They also do a fabulous breakfast. It is not just your normal situation, and it is well worth the entire experience. And what they're offering is the 4 nights. And then we have added in the $1,000 toward your trip. So really you can use, it's basically going to be $1,000 in whether gift card or cash, is that, okay, gift cards that you could be using for anything. So you're really not even losing that money. So it's really a great deal. It's a fantastic deal. Yes. We suggested a year. They would extend it if I asked them to. They have, not from them, no. They have one beautiful bedroom for 2. It actually is it's a living room, gorgeous bathroom. It's all historical, so it's the kitchen. They've got, in fact, they were written up in a magazine as far as the historical value of it, and they're very proud of that. And it's just beautiful, gorgeous garden. Very relaxing, and really whether it's winter or summer, but I would recommend spring or summer. It's just beautiful there. And Amsterdam itself, it's in the center of everything. It's absolutely fantastic and fun, and within walking distance of everything. You've got bicycles everywhere. You've got the other stuff that goes on. But anyway, it's really a classy way to visit Amsterdam. So I highly recommend it. You know, they haven't given any, no. And I think that if there were any particular special requests, we could certainly make that happen.
And if you wanted to go to Kilimanjaro first, talk to. Was that a great trip, though? A great trip. Anybody I've talked to that's done that, phenomenal. And now a chance to go to Amsterdam. All right, here it is. Let's find out what it's worth. And you're getting $1,000 in gift cards to help subsidize the trip. So let's just start it off at $1,000. Anybody want to go $1,000 and 1,000? Dedibit, you want to mind dedibit 1,000? Dedibit, anybody want to be 1,000? Thank you. Dedibit, anybody go 1,100? 1,100, dedibit 1,100. Now, maybe I didn't do a good job explaining, but auctions are participatory sports, okay? And you don't have to win at an auction. You can be in second place. Second place is a great position to be. It doesn't cost anything to be in second place at an auction, okay? And so you just help us go right on, keep charging, so just raise up those bid cards. All right, I have 1,000 bid. Yes, ma'am. 4 days. 4 nights, 5 days. 4 days, 4 nights, 5 days. All right? And I'm bid $1,000 thus far. Do you want to be 1,100? 1,100. The room's free right now. 11, now 12. And $1,200. Do you want to be 11, 12, 13, now 13. And 13 back here now, 1,400 and 14. It'll come back, I think. $1,400. Do you want to buy 14? And 1,400. I'm 13 right here with this lady. 1,400. Would you want to bid 14? And 1,400. 14. $1,400. And 14. Thank you. Now 15. And 1,500. Do you want to buy 15? And 1,500. 14. 15. 15. Can you see yourself just walking? 1,600, do you want to mind dedibit 16? And 16, what about you? And 1,600, dedibit 16. 16. Now, one of the rules, if we don't bid, we use our hands to encourage those that do, right? All right, you bet. Clap them on. 16. Peer pressure works. Peer pressure works at auction. 1,600. Are you in? 1,600. Now 17. And 17. 17. Thank you, sir. Now 18. $1,800. It's just like checkers. Your turn. 1,800. You want to mind that a bit? 18. 1,800. That a bit. Get on there. 17. 18. 1,800. That a bit. $1,800 once. What? Thank you. Now 19. 19. Sir, was that 19? All right. Now 2,000. 2,000. Do you want to bid 2? And 2,000. 2,000. Yes. 2,000. And 2,000, I'm bidding 19, 2,000, thank you. Now 21, sir. And 21, that'll be now 1. And 21, 1, that'll be 1, that'll be 1. 21. Have you been listening to her your whole life, or are you just starting tonight? Hey, no, hey, same way at my house. The hand that rocks the cradle rules the world, right? 2,100. You want to go? 21. It was worth 19, or it was worth 2,000. It's got to be worth 21, right? 2,100, 4 nights, beautiful Amsterdam, plus $1,000. And 21, that'll be the one. She's saying he's on his own. And 21, now 2. And 21's bid, now 22. And 2,200, that'll be, do you want to mind, that'll be now 22. And 21, that'll be now 2, that'll be now 2, that'll be, what are you thinking? Thank you, now 22, 23. Oh, we've got a new bidder. And 23, do you want to bid 23? 23, 23, sir, yeah, 2,300. Are you sure? You come a long ways to be quit on it now. And 23. How about a big hand for him, though, huh? He got us all the way there. I have 22 bid. 23. $2,300 once. Thank you. Now 24. And 24. Back to you. I have 23 and 24. And 23. That'll be now 24. And 23's bid. You want to bid 24. And 2,400. That'll be. Do you want to mind? That'll be 24. And $24 now. 4. That'll be 4. That'll be 4. I'm 23 right over here. Now 2,400. And 24. That'll be 4. That'll be 4. I thought for sure it'd bring 3,000. Didn't you? Then why aren't you bidding? All right, 24, that'll be 3, 4, that'll be 4, that'll be, yeah, I have 23 over here, 2,400, and $2,400 once? Yes. So if someone were to bid 2,500, we could probably get one additional night. Look at the pictures. And are those pictures even doing it justice? I'm going to get 25. She says no. 25, thank you. Now 26, and 25, that'll be 6. And sir, now you're out, 2,600, and 26, now 27, and 27. Just remember, you're helping out Envision, and 2,700, that'll be 27. And it's the last item we're selling. 2,700, you want to mind that'll be 27, and 2,700, that'll be once. You want to just be 3,000, that way you'll always remember what you paid for it. And 2,790, you want to mind that'll be 7, and $2,700. Last and final call. Anybody want to be 27 before I sell it? An additional night. Look at it. Historic. Beautiful. Could you see yourself there? $2,700 and I sold $2,600 right here to bidder number 127. Bidder number 127. Hey, you guys have been fantastic. We just have one more opportunity right here for us to participate, and I'm going to turn the time over here to Lisa, and she's going to introduce someone very, very special to Envision.
Thank you. At this moment, we are going to have our second testimony, and I would like to introduce to you someone I have known for many years, since she was about 13 years old. We have walked a journey together, and I've had the privilege of watching her come out on the other side and blossom into a beautiful young woman. At this point, I'd like to introduce to you Kelly Carey. Would you like me to hold your mic? Would that be easier? Or if you want to hold? Sure. Oh, perfect. Hello.
No, you're good. Bear with me if I shed a few tears. So my name is Kelly Carey, as Lisa introduced me as. I am 20 years old. I've been with Envision, going on 8 years. Though I wasn't always a volunteer when I came to Envision, came to Envision as a client. I just turned 13, and the craziness of hormones, just becoming a teenager and trying to figure out who I was and trying to fit in, I got mixed up with some very bad people. The road I went down led me to being raped, along with being verbally, physically, and emotionally abused. I was a hot mess, in lesser words. My thought at the time was suicide was the best option. I attempted twice. And in desperate need, my mother reached out to Envision in a last effort to help me. My attitude and actions were driving my parents and myself farther apart. Until we hardly talked, and when we did, it always turned into a nasty fight. Knowing I was going to be around horses made me curious enough to see what a session would be like. I had always loved horses. They brought a sense of calm to me that I could get nowhere else. But to think that a horse could help me heal, I thought was a complete joke. Nonetheless, I was excited. I didn't say much to Lisa at first when I met her. I could always put a smile on my face and get away without saying much. Needless to say, I didn't know that wouldn't work with the horses. I could always, we went to a small stall where there stood an Appaloosa horse. He was standoffish in a way, and at the point where I just wanted to rush to the horse and just give him a hug. But he wasn't going to let me do that at that moment. After a few minutes of us talking, the horse took a couple steps and allowed me to start petting him. At this time, Lisa started asking me some hard questions that made me insecure and unsure how to answer. I decided to answer not truthfully, just so I could get out of the way and move on. It was at that moment that the horse turned his back to me. Frankly, I was a little confused and hurt. She then proceeded to ask me if I had let my walls up and what I was feeling. Once I became aware of my emotions and started to let my walls down, I started to get things off my chest I've been holding on for too long. And almost that exact timing, and I mean perfect timing, that horse turned around, walked straight to me, and pressed his head against my chest. I never knew, and he just stood there. I never knew that a hug could feel so real and loving from that big of an animal. 1,200 pounds. Nor to think that that large of an animal could love so gently. Okay. The staff at Envision brought myself and my parents into their family. It's the best way I can put it. They worked with me as a life coaching and equine assisted. They worked with my parents and walked them through the journey as well. With them along our side and walking with us, I'm now very close to my parents, and we have forgiven each other for what we have said to each other. In that hour, give or take, of a session, both my parents and I could finally just relax, take a deep breath, and let all our worries go while we were at that ranch. We knew the people that we were with were trustworthy, and we could say anything and know it wouldn't go anywhere. I was told by people that I was involved with that I was worthless and a piece of meat for guys to do what they wanted to, and that I would never succeed in my dreams, and I believed them. Though 7 years later, I stand before you now. I graduated high school. I run 2 successful photography businesses. I am chasing my dreams of becoming a wild horse photographer and trainer, and working to become a certified riding instructor to work with special needs kids and adults. Envision has impacted my life so much, that I want to do this as a career and take the joy and healing that Envision has given me and pass it on to others and as many as I can. I never knew something so simple as a horse could help heal, but looking back now, they are so much more than an animal on 4 legs and a tail. And I hope that everybody, no matter where you are in your life, can experience this. Thank you.
Thank you, Kelly.
You bet. And go ahead and stay up here for just a second, Kelly. Kelly's not unique. There's a lot of young lady, as far as her experiences, there's a lot of young people who go through this. And because of Lisa and Barbara, and if you've been there and Victoria and all the other volunteers, and their passion and love for these young people, as well as the horses, is transformative in so many ways. But we can't do this unless we continue to give and have the resources to do it. And so now I'm going to ask you guys to find your bid cards once again. And this time I'm not going to ask you to do any competitive giving. I'm going to ask you to give compassionately at a level that's meaningful to you. And so I'm going to ask for certain levels of donation. And if you can give at that level, just raise your bid card and keep it up till I call out your number. And if you're not able to, please clap for those who do. And so we're going to start at a level, and if I call one out that's meaningful for you and that you're able to give from your heart as well as from your resources, please raise your bid card. And we're going to start at $2,500. If there's anybody here tonight that can make a one-time donation of $2,500, just go ahead and grab your bid card and raise that up. Right here. Kristen, bidder number 150. Is there any other donors at the $2,500 level? All right, we'll move right into the $1,000 level. If you can give at the $1,000 level, please raise your bid card. And what that will do is change and allow us to go out and find more animals, which we already have access to some, but that we don't have the resources to take care of. We're able to reach out to more families and more friends to be able to help them. As we mentioned before, insurance doesn't cover all these costs. So if there's any donors that can give at the $1,000 level tonight, which is basically less than Starbucks for the year, if you do the math there. So $1,000. If you can raise your bid card at $1,000, that would be outstanding. Thank you. Bidder number 163 for $1,000. And know that everything you're giving is changing lives, just like Kelly's, just like Jack's that we talked about earlier. All right, we'll move right into the $500 level. If you can give at $500, raise your bid card. $500. If you can make a donation tonight of $500, raise your bid card. And $500 will make a lot of difference. It allows for treatment for almost a month of a young person or an adult. We help out so many of the post-traumatic stress syndrome, our veterans that have suffered wounds and so many things. Bidder number 142, thank you. How about a big hand? Which Kelly's kind of fond of veterans. She knows one who's going to be a veteran soon. Bidder number 127, how about a big hand? Bidder number 164 at $500, thank you. Anybody else at the $500 level? Thank you so much. We'll go ahead and move to the $250 level. If you can give it $250, raise your bid card. You bet. Bidder number 133 gives $250. And she's already donated her winnings of $1,000. You bet. Thank you so much. Anybody else at $250? Okay, the last level I'm going to invite you to give. And thank you so much for your generosity. All of us are in different places in our lives, and our abilities to give changes throughout the year and time. But I know at this level, this is basically, if you drive an SUV, it's almost a tank of gas. Prices have come down just a little bit, but those of us who have bigger trucks, we know that this is about about a tank of gas or maybe a month's worth of Starbucks, okay? And that's the $100 level. And I like to equate this real quick before you raise your bid cards, that if one person strikes a match, just a little old match, and holds it in the wind, what happens to that? The wind just blows it out. But if we get all of our matches together and hold them together and the wind comes, what happens? Creates a roaring, raging fire. And so everything matters. Everything matters. So if you can give, and you have the ability to give $100 tonight, raise your bid card and keep your bid card up until I call that number. Bidder number 100 for $100. Bidder number 175 for $100. You bet, keep it going. Bidder number 155 for $100. Anybody else for $100? Bidder number 134 gives $100. Bidder number 189 gives $100. Bidder number 107 gives $100. Bidder number 138 donates $100. You bet. For some, that's just a half of a meal and a night out at the movies, right? $100. Anybody else? I tell you, that people just gave from their heart right there. And that makes a big difference. And we thank you for sharing your story. We know it's not always easy to talk about that. And so, you guys, how about a big hand for Kelly and her sharing that story? You can go ahead and sit down.
And just to everybody on Envision, who's like second family to me, to say the least, of everything that we've been through together. Like you said, anybody can give 100, so I would like to pledge 100 as well.
Is that phenomenal? Thank you. All right, so has everybody had a good time tonight? How about a big hand to Victoria and her whole team that put this together? This has been a lot of fun. I tell you, we do have one more thing that I want to give away tonight, and this is a lot of fun. We have an idea, and let me find so I can describe everything that we're going to be giving. I wrote that all down. Victoria, can you help me? Has Victoria been phenomenal? She has.
Okay, so we have the last donor standing. Who would like to be the last donor standing? Okay, so we've got actually the $75, I got to remember this, $75 to the living room at DC Ranch. We have $100 at, what is it called? It's a wonderful Italian, Spiga. I have not been to Spiga, but it is supposed to be phenomenal. It is in a wonderful Italian restaurant up in the north area. And then we, just on, what is today? Today is Saturday? Okay. Yesterday, we had donated by Gianfranco by Darcy Ristorante $250 to add to this wonderful gift. And this is paired with 3 specially selected fabulous red wines. So if anybody is a wine connoisseur here, they will enjoy these wines. So 3 wines, 75, 100, 250 to some of our finest establishments in North Scottsdale is what is offered in this last donor standing, and you will have to explain what that is.
We want to give this away, okay? And so we tried to figure out the fairest way. So who wants to go on this? Just by show of hands, raise your hand. Not costing you anything to raise your hand. Who would like this prize? Okay? All right, so we have several of you, so I can only give it to one person. And everybody's had their fill of auction, and everybody's done everything they can. But this is one last chance to get something. So we call this last donor standing. And so how this works is whoever has their bid card up last gets this. However, every time you raise your bid card, it's going to cost you, and let's start with $50. I think $50 is fair with us tonight. So it costs you $50 to get all of this. Okay? or not. Okay? Whoever's the last donor. So raise your bid card if you would like this. Okay, what? Just hold on. 108. 108's my first donor. So I'm going to go over here to 108. Now, so realize every time you raise your bid card, you're making a donation for $50. So 108 has donated $50. Is that okay? Okay, she's donated $50, and if nobody else raises their bid card, then she gets this prize. But if someone else would like it for a $50 donation, she still makes her $50 donation. Just the next person gets it. So whoever's last, after we get the very last donor, that's who gets it. Okay? So bidder number 108 is the last donor. Does anybody else want to go for $50? Going once? Going twice? Nobody else wants to raise? Oh, you're not the last donor anymore. Hold on. Hold on. I'll be back. We have a donor over here for $50. What donor number do we have? Bidder number 149 gives $50. Okay, that's our last donor right now. Does anybody? Oh, okay. Now, you guys starting to see how this works. Bidder number 127 is giving $50. Now, realize every time you raise your bid card, you're making a $50 donation. That's okay, right? We're here to raise money for Envision, but we're giving, right? Envision is giving you all this for only. So 127 is our last donor, unless somebody else raises their bid card. Anybody else at $50 wants this? Going once? Going twice? Oh. We have a bidder over here. Number 1. Yes, 120. How about a big hand for 128? Just gave $50. $50. Do we have any donors after that want to give? $50? Going once? Oh, bidder number 109 is our last donor now. Anybody else? 117 is our last donor. See how this is working? Now there's $50 donated. Bidder number 103 donates $50. And he is our last donor. All right, is he going to get the gift certificates? Anybody else? $50? Oh, 149 is now our last donor. Sir, we appreciate your $50, but you are no longer the last donor. This is our last donor. Right? Anybody else? Anybody else going once? Going twice? Okay, hold on. Don't get to think that you get to put them down. No, you already put them up. So I had 128 give 50, but right after her, bidder number 149 put her card up. So now 149 is the last donor. So remember, if you put your card up, you got to hold it up till I call out your number. All right, anybody else? $50. It's just $50, and you're getting that if you're the last donor standing. Okay? It's kind of a mean deal sometimes, huh? Because who wants it the most? Timing. Anybody else? So right now, Kristen is our last donor at $50. Does anybody else want to do $50? Going one? Oh, right there. 204's in. 204's donated $50. Michael, that might be our last donor tonight. I don't know. Anybody else? Going once. Okay, hold on. I got you. 109 got her card up for 50, and bidder number 100 got it up. So 100 is now our last bidder. Yeah, you bet. That's a big deal. That's $50 each time. You're in for 50. Now you have someone has a little more than $50 invested in this already, right? So you may want to stay involved. Anybody else at $50? Going once? Going twice? Oh. Did I miss one over there? I'll miss it for this time. 134 is our last donor. Oh, now 149 is our last donor. So 134 gave 50. 149 has given another 50. Hey, that's a big deal, right? That was $100, just like anybody else. Oh, 109 gives 50. I tell you what, we're having trouble give this away. Right now, I have the last donor is $50 at 109. Let's just step it up to $100. Is that okay? What do you guys think? $100? So right now, you think that's mean? If I kept it at 50, well, let's try. Let's do 100. We can go back, right? Okay. Yeah, there you go. And you tell me what to do. So our last donor at $50 is right here. Victoria at 100, bidder number 109. Would anyone like to be the last donor at $100? Would like to just go ahead, give us $100 and be the last donor. Maybe no one else would like to give $100 for all of that. Oh, hold on. Hold on.
I was actually given another 150 from John Franco. So the actually been John Franco by Darcy. So it's actually Darcy Plord, the new owner of John Franco.
Okay, so you guys get that. So another 150. So now we're at $400 for the gift certificate to Jean Franco by Darcy Restaurant. Okay, anybody? So right now, this is our last donor. She's given her $50. Anybody else, would you like to give $100 this time when you raise your bid card and be the last donor standing and get that? $100, anybody? Going once? Victoria gives $100. Bidder number 109 gives $100. You guys, that's, hey, she beat herself. You bet. She is so good. She's good. You were too fast. Okay, so Victoria is our last one. Anybody else want to do $100? Going once? Going twice? Anybody else? Oh, Kristen knows how to play this game. You bet. Bidder number 149 gives $100. All right, 1, 2, 3. Last call. Anybody else want to give $100 for all of this, plus an additional 150? Going once? Going twice. 2.5. Third and final call. Anybody else want to give $100? Are we done? Number 145, right here. Now 145 has very little invested so far, right? Just $100. Yeah, there you go. Okay. So anybody else want to give $100 before we go? Going once? Be the last. Oh, bidder number 205 gives $100. I tell you, we're trying to give this away. So right now, bidder 205 is our last donor. Anybody else? Going once? Going twice? Bidder number 149 gives an additional $100. Can you believe her? All right. All right. Anybody else? $100. $100. The other night we did a stake 44, and we ended up doing it $500 to finally get it to the end. Anybody else? $100. Going once? Now remember, you raise your bid card. It's a $100 donation. Twice. Third and final call. Anybody? Oh, bidder number 205 wants to be the last donor standing. Another $100. Another $100. Okay. We'll be a little quicker now. Should we be quicker? All right, $100. Going once? Going twice? 205 is our final bidder right now. Anybody? Bidder number 150. She went to a new bid card. She went to a new. Steve took her bid card. All right. Okay.
Okay, so I think to this we can actually add the Wyndham.
Okay. All right. But here's what we're going to do. So let me tell you a little bit about the Wyndham. And we're almost done, guys. I know it's been a great night. So Wyndham is Canoa Hills, right? So if you guys have ever been down to the Green Valley, Canoa Ranch, great golf down there. Some of the most beautiful golf scenery. I've been down there, actually just across there to Rio Rico and seen bears and everything. It's really cool. Great place to go down and go golf. Plus, you're not too far from Tubac, and just a beautiful place of Arizona. So we're adding that now. So there's 3 golf courses. You get to stay at the Wyndham, 2-night stay, 1-bedroom suite with breakfast. Okay, we got a fire over here. We okay? Everybody all right? Okay. So, a little excitement. So where was I? I had $100, and Kristen was my last donor at $100. I tell you what, to kind of make this in, we'll just, number 205, you do 100? Okay. Might as well. It's the Wyndham. It's the Wyndham, right? Okay, so she's our last donor. I tell you what, to maybe make this be the last donor, let's just do the next increment. If you raise your bid card to be the last donor, let's just do $200. Is that okay with everybody? Is that okay with you? If the next time someone raises their bid card to outdo you, they have to give $200? Deal, she says. All right. So I have my last $100. Next person to raise their bid card. If you are the last bidder standing, it'll be a $200 donation. You're making $200 donation, and you get a chance to go down to Canoa Hills, enjoy a beautiful 2-night stay. Anybody else going once? And all the restaurants, everything else. Victoria, don't say, and now there's more.
It does include breakfast.
It does include breakfast. And it is a beautiful place. All right, so are we done? Our last donor, $200 going once. Anybody want to make a $200 donation and get the restaurant and the Wyndham and all of that? Oh, Mr. Dombrowski. So go ahead and take his name down, Mr. Dombrowski. He's our last donor tonight at $200. Oh, no, he's not. Thanks for the donation, though. Thank you for the donation. Now number 205 gives another $200. All right, you bet. She is invested into this now. Okay, $200. Anybody else? Going once? Going twice? Did you want to be? No. Third and final call. Are we all done? $200 and I? Sold. Right here's our last donor. Bidder number 205. You got it. You are the winner. Congratulations. Ladies and gentlemen, you have been so kind. It's been a pleasure to be your auctioneer tonight, and hopefully your philanthropic and giving ambassador. And now I will turn the time over to Victoria. You bet. Give her and her whole crew a big hand.
Thank you, Darren. I appreciate all your help, and you were fantastic. Thank you, everyone, all the donors. Incredible. Thank you so much. You're fantastic. So the next thing that we want to do, actually, we have a wonderful committee member who has been very, very helpful, and in fact, her husband is the one that owns the Flagstaff property, so thank you very much, Carl. We want to give a very special happy birthday to Cindy Sullivan Jenkins, who is, so I have to tell you, her birthday was yesterday, and for her birthday, she asked her entire family to be here tonight. So I can't even thank you enough. That is so incredible. And so actually, I am insisting upon you, and I'm sure that you would be willing. Don't let me sing alone. You will sing Happy Birthday. So please join me in singing Happy Birthday to Cindy. And we actually have, I believe, Lori Boyd. Where's Lori? Lori? Hello? Lori? Okay, Lori has disappeared. She's probably putting candles on a cake right now. Oh, well, this is the lot that we're given over life, but it's all good. So, okay, when Lori gives me the signal, we are going to actually be singing Happy Birthday. So, Lisa wants to say a few words.
I'm going to steal the mic for a minute. Since we've got a minute waiting on some special presentation, I'm going to take this opportunity to make a special presentation to this woman. None of this would have been possible without her tireless and sleepless efforts. And it was not too many months ago that she said, oh, we're not going to do another event. And then she said, oh, yes, let's do another event. And we went, great. And she also doesn't like flowers. So we have gotten her a special gift certificate to Sanctuary, the spa at Sanctuary.
Well, I would donate it, except I have to tell you, I really need it. But I would be willing to add it to the cause if anyone were willing to pay for it. So thank you very much. It has been putting something like this together. I'm really happy, actually, that I am now very well aware of what a wedding would be like. This is much more than that, frankly, with the silent auction stuff. I got to tell you, that's a lot of detail. But now it's all for a fantastic cause. I did have to go out to see a session to remind myself at one point as to why this is so important and why it is so good and it is so impactful to these people that are actually being served. And it's really, truly incredible. And I'm really, really very, very happy to be part of it. So thank you. Appreciate it. Okay, do we have a cake? Lori? Anyone? Bueller? Okay, we're going to sing Happy Birthday regardless. So, okay, here we go. Happy birthday to you. And many more. Thank you also to all of our wonderful people for being here. We're going to actually ask John Dombrowski, who is the host of our evening, up here to say a couple of words. I would like to have him show a video of his wonderful Grand Canyon planning. And then we will be inviting everyone in for dessert and coffee into the gorgeous home. I have been in this home so many times, and they have the most fabulous, beautiful home from all over the world. Absolutely gorgeous Halloween decorations, which are not your normal thing. So please do join us for dessert and coffee afterward, which I'm sure John will be inviting you to. But absolutely, thank you so much to everyone, the board, the committee members, the people who have made this possible. Darren, you've been fantastic. My darling son, of course, I love him to death. Thank you very much for all of the participants that have been here and the donors and the really everyone who has made this possible. Thank you so much. K2 Adventures for their sponsorship. Fantastic.
Thank you, Victoria. It's like the Oscars, isn't it? Thank you so much all for coming. Envision's a wonderful organization, and I really am happy to have the opportunity to do what we did here and offer our home up for the evening. Hopefully you all enjoyed yourselves. Yes, we're encouraging folks to go inside and have some dessert, walk around, enjoy yourselves. If you have any questions, people have been asking me all night, so please just go inside, walk around and enjoy yourselves. Thank you so much. Thank you, Victoria, and thank you to Envision and everyone who donated tonight. Thank you.
We all face challenges in our life, but a financial challenge in many cases can be overwhelming. And as a financial advisor, that's our job, is to simplify things, is to come up with a solution so that a client can ultimately make.
I just want to thank you all again so much for your generous support. I want to thank those that gave their testimonies and shared today. And now we do have the cake. So let's take a look and wish happy birthday again to Cindy. Here it comes. I don't know if all those candles will stay lit or not. And for the rest of us, we have dessert in the house. And we will be dismissed there in just a minute. But thank you again very much. Do we do happy birthdays? You can blow them out. Here we go. Oh. You could almost there. Yay. And if you've purchased items, of course, AES will have those items. Everyone needs to check out on your way out. But enjoy the evening, enjoy the home, enjoy coffee and dessert, and thank you very, very much for being here.